Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching Nile Cruise on Nile TV, and in this segment, dear viewers, young Egyptians have launched an initiative named "Learn More About Your Country's Antiquities" to promote tourism and spread knowledge about our great heritage. They chose the campaign's name to express the greatness of Egypt and their pride in showing all the rich touristic destinations that the country Egypt has. And in this context, dear viewers, we have with us, and we're honored to host Ahmed Magdy, who is a tour guide and a member of the initiative, to tell us more, dear viewers, about the ongoing. It's a very good day, sir, and it's a pleasure to have you with us in today's episode of Nile Cruise. Sir, how far activating domestic tours will raise the awareness of our great heritage? Domestic tours.
Domestic tour, yeah, yeah, that's in Egypt. Domestic tours, I saw domestic tours is very important, especially they play important role for awareness the people in the places. But unfortunately, I saw that my opinion. Unfortunately the people wanted to go there or in the many places like Sharm el Sheikh, Hurghada, Taba, Sinai, and so on to take some photos and share it in Instagram, Facebook. Look at me! I am now in Sinai. I am now in Saint Catherine Mountain, and so on. But I am talk about that because I am guide. No, you should take to guide to explain to you what is this. You should know what is this. After that, you can take some photos. That I made it now. I organized many tours with Egyptian, especially Egyptian. That I told them many time. I explained to you. But after that, you can take photos. Because when you take photo, you should know the history of what is this place before you take photo.
Okay, sir, the impact of shooting films or series at archaeological sites, how would this promote tourism from your own perspective?
That's more than you can imagine. That's, for example, National Museum and National Museum of Egyptian Civilization and Grand Egyptian Museum, the new museum, it opened soon. I know many tourists, they waiting this. They saw them, or they know the Egyptian Museum, the biggest museum in the world, and they made some shooting film about that. That they saw it amazing, and they are waiting for this one. That I saw now the tourism me open-minded, and they saw the social media so much about Egypt or about any place they go. That mean you can take this from the last film about Cleopatra and in the history in generally. I talk about now in generally. If you talk with the tourists about the history of uh, killing Julius Caesar, the Cleopatra husband, they already know why, because they saw some movies about that.
Egypt is planning to inaugurate the Grand Egyptian Museum, the GEM, in 2023. What is the significance of this event, which the entire world is awaiting, of course, and how far will it boost tourism in Egypt?
That maybe I told you about that. The old people
You
waiting
told me
for
about the Grand Egyptian Museum.
the Grand Egyptian Museum. The question previous. It may be the people waiting, the people more than us in the world, more than Egyptian, more than us. They waiting too much about this museum. I saw this museum will change about the tourists so much. And you know, many people, many tourists postponed about Egypt, postponed to came to Egypt. Maybe next year or after years, they make sure the museum is open fully. Now is open, but not fully.
Do you have any ideas about the most important artifacts that are displayed in the museum?
You talk now or when the museum open?
When the museum open now, whatever
Something.
information do you have, it's okay.
Now Ramses, sure. Ramses the Great or Ramses the
We
Second.
all know. The entire world knows.
That's
Anything extra?
yeah. And now Ramses the Great and the statues of or the statue, sorry, of Miriam Betah, son of Ramses the Great, and the tiny statue of Senusert the First. But when the museum is open, show the moving of treasure of Tutankhamun from the Egyptian Museum to the Grand Egyptian Museum. It may be that's more valuable.
What are the most significant pyramids? Of course, the Ahmed Pyramids area is being developed. Would you please shed light on the state's makeover plan of this area, of the pyramids area?
I saw now they made some renovation and some restoration inside the place from the entrance. From the entrance, I like parking in one side, the pyramid on another side. In the second pyramid, they do the same. And panorama. Panorama is a very important place, but especially panorama, you can see the three pyramid in one line. This is the best view. Now they made some restoration there, and especially around the Sphinx. After that, they made witness the road that I like that. But I hope, inshallah, or more in the future, especially so they made the road for horse carriage and camel and horse and way to the cars only.
Okay, finally, the world awaits the big festival that will be held to inaugurate the Grand Egyptian Museum, the GEM. What are your expectations for the upcoming festival, and how far will the GEM change the map of tourism in Cairo?
Of course, Jim changed the map of the tourism
Yes, I
in
know.
Egypt.
We all know it's going to change the map. How do you foresee this? And how do you see it coming?
It may be I like more the restoration in the another places. Do you know why? Because the tourists when they come in Egypt, they not visit the gem only. They visit another place. That mean when they come in Egypt, they visit the Grand Egyptian Museum and they are finished another museum. That I like now they made restorations in Citadel, in Grand Egyptian Museum, in Egyptian Museum, in Pyramid, and so on. Because the tourists not came in Egypt in one night. They came in around 7 or 8 nights in Cairo only. But in Egypt they more than 15 or 20 days. That maybe I hope inshallah in the future see the big festival about the opening of the Egyptian.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed Magdy, a touristic guide and a member of the initiative, to tell us. Of course, you told us a lot. Thank you very much for your knowledge. Thank you very much for joining us in today's episode of Nile Cruise, and we always hope to see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
This is this segment of Nile Cruise. Thank you very much for being with us. I'll be back again. Don't go away.
In a report dubbed Where to Travel